So hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode on Keeping It Easy. Yeah, so on my previous podcast, I was apologizing to why I haven't been releasing some certain episodes, and I'm still here to apologize. But good news, guys, I'm back, and well, I will try to keep up with releasing some amazing stories, news, and other things that you guys enjoy. So I got a few requests on what you guys want me to talk about today. I mean, I saw some comment that you guys really missed my podcast. I really appreciate. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate that. It makes me happy when I have fans out there that appreciate my work, my talents, my arts, the way I visualize things. So yeah, let's start off this podcast with an interesting story. First of all, this is most stories that most of my personal friends know about. Most of you guys don't know this, but well, I'm still going to drop it here. I might even be doing a part 2. So, I mean, for those of you who know, I am based in Nigeria here, and I school in Bingham University. No, not the one in London, but the one in Nigeria here in Nasarawa State. It's a Christian university owned by ECWA, and before this university, I attended a Christian school for 9 years straight. Let's just say during those 9 years has been quite, it drained a lot out of me. I mean, like mentally and physically, but I still found ways to have fun. I mean, there was this my principal, right? The owner of the school. Her name is Mrs. Bankole. She treated me not as equal as everyone did, but far off the tracks. How when we all watch this like Nigerian movies, we see how the stepmom treats the child, like the husband's child, differently from how she treats her own children, that kind of stuff. So that's the way the woman treated me. I mean, who could blame her? I could blame her, but I mean, in her mind, I'm sure she was saying who could blame her because why I was particularly the only Muslim in her school. At that time it was a new school upcoming, so people didn't really know about it. The name of the school is called Bankis Private School, by the way, if you guys are wondering what's the name of the school. So yeah, she treated me differently. I had just come to the school in primary 3, and I mean, I love the school. Before then, my dad got me a lesson teacher from their school, so she was the one teaching me. And when he found out that she's from the school and asked her a few questions whether the school was alright, yeah, he decided to then take me to the school. And I was in the school for a very long while. Then in my primary 4, an incident happened, and well, this what happened during that day. My class went for excursion. Practically the whole school went for excursion except me and some, I think primary 6, thereabout, I think so, primary 6 or primary 5, didn't go because they did something wrong, and well, as punishment, they were not going to go for the excursion. So I was also part of it. I mean, well, I had no problems with that. I really wanted to go badly, but I had no problems. Then she said, okay, since we're in school, why don't we do something fun and productive? I was okay. I was like, wow. And well, what are we going to do? She said, we're going to be doing origami. If you don't know what origami is paper art. When you make animals out of papers or anything out of papers. And I said, cool. I've always wanted to learn that in my head, which was a lie. We started. So yeah, we started, and we were having so much fun. my seniors didn't want to hang out with us. We didn't want to learn it, so they went upstairs to their class. They had laptops. That time during that year, laptops were like very big for us. They were like our iPhones, but in that generations. While I was down with her doing the origami, they were upstairs in my class or in their class. I don't know whichever one. Then, as soon as my classmates and everybody came back from the excursion, they reported saying that their food and things were taken. And when I came up to the class, I saw their food on the ground, and I was like, "What happened?" I didn't enter the class. I've been downstairs all through. So they all thought it was me because I went upstairs this one time to see the toilet. So it's my class and it's me. And I wouldn't lie. I was actually stubborn back then in primary school. But who could blame me? After how I was treated the first time, I became stubborn all through. So they blamed it on me, and I don't think I've ever entered into any trouble to the point that this woman would talk to me like this. So while she called me into her office and was talking to me, she told me that if I don't say the truth, she's going to call the police on me and they're going to put tear gas in my eye. Who says that to a primary 4 child? I can't remember how old I was back then or which year that was, but I remember I was quite young, and I can remember her saying that. Then she began to say, like, you're the devil has possessed you, we're going to call pastors, they're going to pray on you, this and that. And I'm like, in my mind I was scared at the moment. At the same time, I felt, isn't that too much that's overkill right now? But another child will go back to their parents, and another child will go back to their parents and go and report. But me, I didn't report. I kept it with me. That was a dick move. Sorry for my words, but yeah. So, she didn't let her find out what happened, but I got punished severely. It didn't go out for break. Not the next excursion which came up, stayed in my class. Like, you get now the whole, whole punishment shit that went down. Throughout the years, because of that single act, and I began to notice that, she didn't like me because, number one, she was also part of people who spoke behind my back in school, saying that I'm just a stubborn child's fault, that she's beating my parents, I'm this, I'm that, a lot of shit. So, years passed, I got into trouble again. I can't remember what I did, but I remember this time she brought me out for assembly. She literally naked me, like shirt off, trouser off, only me in my boxes. And she flogged me. And let me tell you this, our assembly wasn't in a okay, for those who know bank is, for those who don't know it, let me explain how our assembly was. Our assembly was think of it like outside of your house, like that, where cars are passing, people are walking past by, they can see you. But we had this small garden that was fenced with it, so still people could still see me and everything. I could hear my cries. And after that, she would tell students that you guys don't talk to Jibril, don't associate with him. If you associate with him, you're going to be in trouble too. Don't talk to him till I said, okay, he's been a good boy. Sometimes she'll tell me, okay, get a Bible, read this part of the Bible over and over and over and over, then memorize it. I'm going to come back and tell you and ask you that part of the Bible. Sometimes she'll be like, okay, write from let's say John 1 to John 19 or John something, though very long. And you see me squeezing my eyes, writing. Last class is over, it's break time, she'll not let me eat. I'm still writing like that. So it was quite disheartening. She didn't stop all of that. She even went as far as, okay, ruining childhood things I was supposed to do. We had this thing we do in our school, primary school, elections. It was going to be the president, governor, all that kind of stuff. She didn't let me run for that. Instead, what she did was that there was this day she actually locked me in the class. She didn't want me to come out, not to vote, not even to vote. She locked me in the class. Said I don't open the door till closing time. Closing time was, I think, around 1 thereabout, and she locked me around 9:30. I can remember that day very well. I stayed in that class. Food finished, no water, no toilets, and me just screaming and shouting at the top of my lungs. I mean, and also there was during this time when she didn't let me participate in inter-house sports. I didn't participate in inter-house sports from my GS1. Sorry, no, from primary 5, 6, GS1, GS2, GS3, and I only participated in my SS1. That was only once. So, and SS2, SS3, she didn't let me participate. Apparently, because let me try to remember what happened in my SS. Then it was during my SS things heated up actually more and more between me and her. Throughout the rest of the years, she just kept on repeating the same things. Hey kids, don't talk to Jabril, don't associate with him, you're not going out for excursion, you're not going out for break. She kept on doing the same thing. She kept on bad mouthing me. She would usually come out on assembly and be like, Jabril did this, Jabril did that. Sometimes some would be a lie, sometimes she over exaggerate everything. She'll just look for ways to humiliate me. She'll be like, Jabril, come and see me. Someone see me in my office after this, you're in trouble. People will be like, what did you do? So throughout that, because did I remind you, there were kids that followed me from primary to I left. So some left before I left the school. So let me just say, so because of the way she had already painted a picture of me, I'm the big bad wolf. She's the, let me say, hunter or the huntress to come and slay the big bad wolf in our school. People believed that, I was the one truly at fault. Parents believed, I was really the bad influence in the school. People just believed that normally, and well, I couldn't blame them. They didn't know the full story of what this woman had done to me, what she has taken away from me. So like in my SS2, I was about going home, and I was in the bus. I was wearing, we have this sport, it was on a Wednesday, we have a sport trouser we're supposed to wear, but they didn't have my size. I think because I was the tallest in the school, so they didn't have my size per se. And also because, I don't like that trouser. Don't like it at all, not one bit. So, in my mind, I was like, why buy it in SS2? I'm about to leave SS3, so it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make total sense. So, one day, she saw me in the bus. She came just to come and see the kids and saw me. I wasn't wearing trousers. I said, where's your trouser? I said that, well, the bosser, which is Mrs. John, she doesn't have my size. And that's exactly what I told her. She said, she doesn't have your size, shouting. She said, come, follow me. Told the bus driver, wait. And we went to the busser. She told Mrs. John that, Mrs. John, why haven't you given Jabril a trouser? That he said that you didn't give him one. And I'm like, that's not what I said. And I'm like, bitch. And she was like, shut up. Are you saying I'm lying? I said, yes, you're lying. I mean, on a normal day, an African child would never say that to an adult, but I've had enough of her shenanigans. I mean, I was 17 at that time, yeah. And, well, let me just round this up. I will make a part 2 of what happened. Please tune in. It's not going to take time. I'm actually going to do it right now. It's just that my recorder has a time limit of about 15 minutes, actually. So thanks, guys. Thanks for listening, and please tune in right now. I might actually even go live right now.